So after building all the businesses and experiencing pretty much all there is to experience in actual materialistic life, um, someone asked me, what would you say to your 25-year-old self or 20-year-old self? And I think this is a super important question because if you're watching this, you're probably in that age bracket. But I mean, I would say that I've lived life to the fullest. I would say continue to never ever, although I could have made a lot more money. I was actually just talking to one of my mentors yesterday about this. But just your reputation is everything. Take your reputation as seriously as anything else, as breathing oxygen. I could have made a lot more money. I could have hurt people. I could have done some snaky stuff. I never once did. I don't want to like get all religious or whatever, but like I believe there's a God in this world, and then He is watching my every move, and depending on how I do or don't do, He rewards me or punishes me. So I always believe that there's someone watching you. So I never wanted to do any of those things. So I would say number one biggest thing is your reputation, taking care of that. I would also say getting either close spiritually or religiously to a God. I think that's a big important factor as well, because having that overseeing factor of he sees everything, I think is super important. And then I also think it's really important just to be in good shape. I used to weigh, oh my gosh, 300. I actually hate admitting it because it's disgusting. I weighed 306 pounds at one point in my life. I even hit 299 once, and then I was like, what am I doing? And then from there, I lost 100 pounds in 10 weeks. Hella discipline, don't recommend it. I'm a bit of a psycho, but I lost 100 pounds in 10 weeks, and just how you feel, how light you move, all these things matter. And then, long story, but I got into a car crash and all this other stuff that you guys don't care about. Went back up, but I think that one of the most important things you can do is be in really good shape. It just changes how you feel and act and move. When you look in your mirror and you're like, hell yeah. Or if you know, you take a group photo and you're like, damn, I look good. Or if you put on a shirt and you're like, damn, this just feels good. You know, like a nice fitting shirt feels like money. And then you just carry yourself so much differently. I would say that is significantly better than like even this Rolex, right? I bought it, I felt cool for like a month, and then after I'm just like, you know, it's like the second most rarest Rolex you can get after Daytona is this one. It's called the Starbucks 2025. Very hard to get one of these, especially brand new. Good luck. You're gonna be on a waiting list for 6.5 years. Got it today. It's like nice. I like it. I wear it. But I don't feel like the man because I wear it anymore. I used to for a little bit, but like a good fitting shirt, or when I look at the mirror, I'm like, hell yeah, my guy, right? And that's every day. So I would say that's one of the most important things. And just developing a skill set. There's a lot of distractions you can make with yourself that I even did that I don't recommend. But there's a lot of distractions, like even women. If you find a great one early, I'm happy for you. And a great one is one that doesn't bring stress into your life, chaos. She makes you elevate. She makes you want to become a better man. If you're female, same vice versa. If he makes you better and like doesn't cause chaos in your life, it's the same concept. So like don't get so stuck on one, but it's the same concept. That's amazing, and I'm happy for you, and like pursue that for sure. But don't chase it, right? I was busy chasing it for a little while. And then I'll get in a relationship, then get out, then I'd be sad and depressed, and that just took a lot of time, energy, and just wasted effort, even money, on all of these things. I've dated some great girls that, you know, I've even messed up with, but that's okay. You live and you learn, you move on. So I would say that that's another big thing. It's just like, without developing yourself, because even, you got to think about it this way, especially if you're 20, 25, if you haven't developed yourself, and you're too young to like fully develop yourself, but if you haven't developed yourself, how can you even say I deserve another person to go help and to grow with? If you found them and you guys grow together, that's beautiful. That's amazing. That's very rare, but it's amazing. And I hope you guys nothing but the best. If you didn't, you got to make yourself the absolute best first. And then, regardless if you're a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. Make yourself the best version of yourself. You've heard that before. You make yourself the best version of yourself, and then you can go find that. And then you also have a skill set, right? So I'm 31. I have a couple of skill sets that I feel like is great, and I have a really good network, and I feel untouchable because of those things. Now, the last thing I would say is building your network. So reputation's first, obviously, for your network. But I would say then it's networking and being able to go anywhere in the world and having someone that you know, or someone, everyone is, these are the two things that you want to live by. everyone is excited to introduce you to their friends, family, or whatever, right? Like, oh my gosh, Horace is coming to blank. I need to introduce you to this person. And they know when they introduce you to that person's going to love you. And that's going to make what? Them look good for introducing you, right? And then you're going to hit it off and whatever and build a business with that person or just become good friends or have a good time, whatever it is. But they should be excited. Number 2 thing that you should always strive for is when you call somebody that they're excited to see your name on their phone. They're like, oh, Horace is calling, what's up? And then it's even better when you call like business people, it's like, oh, Horace is calling, this is money, what's going on, right? So you want to have that impact on people because it's super, super important, right? You want to have that impact and be able to help them grow and just get better as a person. And they should always be excited. But yeah, those are kind of the core concepts that I believe that you need at 25. I might make another one of these videos that goes a lot deeper on this, but these are kind of the core concepts I believe that you would want. And just focusing on yourself, getting the right attributes. And these aren't anything new, right? This is all things that you've probably already heard, but you might need to hear it a couple times. I needed to hear it a couple times. I also needed to live it. So if you also need to live it and you go and get that significant other for a little while and they break your heart, awesome. You're going to become a beast after. Like you go and you focus on some things that are hedonistic and then you're not feeling good about it. Cool. You experienced it, right? I don't judge. So go do certain things if you have to get out of your system. I did everything to get out of my system. I did absolutely anything you can think of. I probably did it. So there's nothing left for me to wander or think about or oh, I should go try this or I should go do that. I've done a good amount of things in my life. I've traveled and I've had a lot of experiences. So you might even want to get it out of your system. I would just say don't do it for too long, right? If you want to rent the supercars, cool, get it out of your system. If you want to stay in really nice places, get it out of your system. If you want to party for a little while, get it out of your system, but do not spend years doing it. Do it for a month, right? And then go back to your calling. But that's how you can develop yourself into becoming just the absolute best version of yourself in your 30s. I'll tell you this, from experience, somehow life just gets better and better and better and better and better. Every year, on the first of every single year, on my Instagram, I post the current year, the year before, the year before, the year before. And right next to every one of those years, I write best year ever, best year ever, best year ever, best year ever, or best year yet, right? I write that every single year, and I've been doing it for years. Because every year, it gets better and better and better and better. You only do that, though, by making sure and you're focused on these certain things and core principles that make you better and better and better and better. Make sense? Cool. Hope you have an amazing day. Have a profitable day. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm on every platform. I respond. Just give me some time. But just let me know. Here to help. And I hope you have an amazing day. And again, if I'm talking to someone that's younger than me, amazing. Let's get after it. Let's build a beautiful life that you're proud of, that you can show your family and that your family brags about. Let's get after it and stay winning.